All right, I told you I was going to pull the curtain back, so let's do it. Here's the thing that most winemakers would never tell you, which is our cost to produce Vicarious is virtually identical to the cost that it cost me to produce a bottle of Modus Operandi. So let that sink in for a second. These grapes cost the same. Their farming costs the same, the barrels cost the same, the winemaking costs the same. I'm selling Vicarious at a fraction of the Modus price, which basically means that Vicarious is a very low margin wine for me, very low. So what do I do it? It's because this is how most people find us for the first time. And I'd rather barely break even on a bottle of wine that turns someone into a lifelong customer than protect my margins and lose them forever, right? I have no problem telling you that. My readers have always appreciated the fact that I'm really straightforward with them about this business, pulling back the curtain, telling things that most people wouldn't say. So Vicarious is a loss leader. It's disguised as a really good bottle of wine, and it is. And I'm completely fine saying that because it works. Here's something I think is worth talking about too, because I think a lot of you relate to this. The way people drink wine has changed. It's just a fact. Most people aren't drinking as much as they used to, but they're drinking better, way better. Palates have evolved. People care more about what's in their glass now than they ever did before, like years ago. Even if they're opening fewer bottles of wine per week, I think that it's a beautiful thing, but it also creates a real question, right? How do you drink at the quality level your palate has grown into without spending a fortune on every single time you open a bottle of wine? So turns out our smartest customers already figured that out. And the way that they're doing it is almost too obvious once you hear it. They buy Vicarious by the case, and it's like their everyday casual drinking wine, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Just a great bottle of wine at dinner with friends or whatever. You're not really drinking down on quality. They're only drinking down on price. They know exactly what's in those bottles. They know the vineyards. They know the winemaker. They know that on any given night, they're drinking wine that could easily have gone into a Modus bottle of wine, right? And then they save their Modus wines for like Friday or Saturday, special occasion, or whatever occasion might call for it, right? But cases at a time. That's how they're buying Vicarious. Not a bottle here, not a bottle there. Cases, because once you understand what it actually is, why wouldn't you? Now, I know that some of you might be thinking to yourselves, wait a minute, if Vicarious is that good and it's basically coming from the same stuff as Modus, like why would I ever buy Modus again? And that's a fair question. And the answer is simple. The level of Modus is a real thing. Those really are the best barrels, the best gallons, the best blends. The Vicarious barrels didn't quite make the cut, but that doesn't mean that those aren't great wines in their own right. They're just a little bit stylistically different. They're more approachable earlier, I guess you'd say. Those gallons could have easily made whatever Modus blends I was working on at the time a bit larger. But again, I chose to keep that very select, keeping Modus like really precious. Both wines shine in their own way. Vicarious just over delivers for the price. And I always have said this, right? Vicarious is the bang for your buck when Modus is the buck for your bang. I've spent this week telling you guys the real story of Vicarious because I wanted you to truly understand like what this wine is before I ever put it in front of you like officially for those that are new, right? Tomorrow I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to open it up along with something that I put together a little bit special, a little carrot for those who've been reading and watching these videos this whole series. So be sure to check in tomorrow and I'll see you guys there.